But good evening, y'all. So we're going on our second training. This is our second to last training for the book Go for No. Right now we are doing chapters 12 through 20. Excuse me. And we've kind of got past the first part of the book, which has been setting the tone of him meeting himself. And one thing that I think is really important just off the bat in chapter 12, he talks about the failure / success model. And like you said, a lot of times in life, we have the way that we think about success and failure, we think it's like a one way or the other way. You always feel like either you're going to go this way and succeed or you're going to go that way and fail. And what he said was, or what the model shows is that's not true. You can't just go one way is failure, one way is success. The thing that we have to understand, they're all a part of the process. And that's why they say in that cliche, the teacher has failed more times than the student, because that's true. It's you, failure, then success. Like failing is a part of the process. And that's the thing that we really have to embrace and understand. And the more that we accept that as is, the better it is in the long run, just in general. Like this is like life type of principles, not just this business, but of course that's what we're talking about. But what that means is how that's going to apply to us. You know, let's think about it. When you're talking to prospects, either about products or about, the opportunity, you have to put yourself out here. And when I first got started, there was a certain way that I was told to reach out to everybody. And for me, most of that probably was failure. But after I got good and I started to figure out what worked for me, then came success. So it was a part of my journey to success. I had to figure out what works best. And that's what we say all the time. Like we can give y'all potential posts to post. We can tell y'all, what stuff, how we post and show y'all how we do stuff. But at the end of the day, you have to realize things are going to work different for different people. So you're going to have to try what we say, but then twist it and make it your own and see how it's going to work for you. So just know failure is a part of success. And so yeah, just understand that part. I'm just trying to make sure. It says, I realized that failure was the halfway mark on the road to success. Not a destination to be avoided, but rather a stepping stone to get what I really want in life. So we have to accept that part of the journey to success, that people are going to say no. People are going to think you're crazy. You're going to get people that don't believe in what you do. You're going to get times that you're going to feel frustrated in the morning. You're going to not want to post about your business. You're not going to, you're going to have times when life hits you, but you're going to have to just take that as stepping stones to help you build character, to help you, better yourself, for you to, if you need to pray more, whatever it may be for you, it's a part of that journey. And as soon as we embrace that and understand that, the closer we will be to gaining our success. So I just want y'all to understand that it's a part of the process. Don't try to avoid it. You have to fail to succeed. So don't try to avoid failure, because if you do, that means you're going to stop talking to people. You're going to stop reaching out. You're going to stop posting because you don't want your friends and family to be like, oh my God, I'm sick of seeing those posts. So you're going to avoid it. Instead of you make that post and your friends and family might be sick, but you might get that new person, that just came to your page that needs this opportunity or that needs these products. So you just have to trust your process and trust the process of failure. And another thing it says is the best way to desensitize yourself to a word is to use it. And the best way to desensitize yourself to an action is to do it. So like I said, with blitzing, if you have a problem with it, you need to blitz more. It's just the same with anything, like if you try to do 10 push-ups today and you can't do it, you keep trying, and eventually you'll be able to do those 10 push-ups like it's nothing. So you have to keep doing what's hard and eventually it'll be easy. Because like I tell y'all, some of y'all probably don't believe me, when I first So say 2014, when we were having challenges to make videos and record them and upload them on Facebook, y'all, I was terrified. I hated videos, hated with a passion. Now, I don't think twice about it to go live, but I had to do it so many times that it became easy to me. So the things that you don't like doing, typically is what you need to do to get yourself to that next level. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. Like, I didn't used to like doing opportunity calls, and y'all can't tell now because we do one every single Tuesday. But there's a lot of stuff I didn't like, but that's just because it was, it wasn't my comfort zone. I had to come out and I had to keep trying it. And I had to figure out how to make it my own. But like it says, the way to desensitize yourself as well, like that option they gave, like a child, what's it say? You can hear children passing right through failure and taking no in stride. Like when the little boy is at the grocery store, Mom, can I have a cookie? No. I want a cookie. No. Can I have a cookie? No. Please. I said no. Pretty please. No, no, no. Why can't I have a cookie? Because I said so. But why? Listen to me, young man. I'm not going to say this again. The answer is no. 10 seconds later, Mom, I want a cookie. Oh, for heaven's sakes, just get one. Like, you finally, not saying I want y'all to be that persistent when you're talking to prospects. Hold on, okay, excuse me. Okay, not that I want y'all to be that persistent to talk to prospects, but you get the point. The more you keep doing something, people eventually will say, okay, what is it? Sure, I'll listen to it. But it's just, just keep on. That child is not worried about the answer no. Like, my daughter just asked me about 100 times before we left my parents' house, can I stay tonight at Papa's? And I was like, no, get up. And she kept on going and kept on going no matter what I said. And then I finally made her get up. But so that's something. It says somewhere along the line, the natural sense of tenacity we had as children got drummed out of us. And I feel like that comes from different things. We get tired of rejection. People steal our dreams from us. People tell us we're not good enough. People just make you think your dreams and your goals don't matter as adults. It's just kind of, we desensitized to our goals. And what this opportunity does, again, it helps you dream again. It helps you feel like you're worth it. You can do it. You're worthy. So I want you guys to just understand, we're basically going to be on a process of, I'm not going in that group. We're basically going to be on a process. Hold on, guys. Of helping ourselves to rebuild that, belief, and not letting things steal our joy from us and letting things dictate that we're going to do more. Chapter 13. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to say about that chapter? Okay. So, this next chapter, he talks about in the beginning that, successful people, what set successful people apart from the masses was their willingness to fail, was at the top of the list. And then it talks about, well, that's a little bit different, talking about retirement. I don't want to talk about that. But he makes a point that failing and becoming a failure are two different things. Successful people fail eagerly, while failures avoid failing. The whole point of becoming willing to fail more is to become a success. So, like I just said, you have to realize failure or failing is a part of the process, and don't be afraid to go out there and try new things, because it doesn't make you a failure if somebody says no. That is a part of success. When you quit or you don't want to go for something, that makes you a failure because you didn't even try. But yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to see what else. Let me keep going. failure. Okay, so like I said, you become a success by embracing failure. That's the difference between massive success and mediocre performance. Well, no, it's the difference between massive success and mediocre performance. So know that. Let me double check that I'm saying that right. Right. Okay. So you have to really just look at failure in a different way. And so really, if y'all haven't, well, I'm trying to decide when we're going to read that book as a team, but like even that book, Think and Grow Rich. And I'm over here drawing a blank. Who's the author of that book? Napoleon Hill. That Napoleon Hill kind of has this theory about psychosis. We have to like start believing in success. And that's why they say all the time, this business is like 80% mental. You have to hypnotize yourself to feel like you can do the things you set out to do, because as long as you don't think that, you will hold yourself back and you will not reach those goals that you set out to reach. So it's a learning process, guys. Don't feel like it's just going to happen all of a sudden in 1 month or 2 months, maybe not even in a year. You know, there's things that I have to read. I have to go back over and try to say, okay, Terry, you can do this. You can do this. And that's what it's all about. Just really believing in yourself and trying to become the best version of yourself every single day. Let me see. I don't think there was anything really. Chapter 14 is just talking about going out of town. Okay. Chapter 15 is when we get to that those levels. Did you guys that are reading, have you found the levels of failure? What did you think about that? Did you find that interesting? And if you have read, I want you to put in the comment section, what level of failure do you think you're at? Even if you haven't read, I'm going to read them off to you. So basically, he says that there are 5 levels of failure. And so you kind of want to just think about where you are so you know what to start with. So in the chat, I want you to write where you are. So I'm going to read off all 5. Level 1 is the ability to fail. 100% of the people on planet Earth have the ability to fail. That's where we all start. You know, what keeps most people at level 1 status is intense desire to avoid any form of failure. As a result, 80% of people never move past that basic level. For instance, that could be also people that don't want to ever join your team because they don't ever want to fail at this. They don't want this to not work. So they just are stuck. They don't want to fail at all. And that might have been you sign up with this business and you haven't talked to any person yet because you are afraid to fail yourself. So that's level 1. Level 2, the willingness to fail. Level 2 people develop the willingness to fail, which means they come to accept failure as a natural byproduct of the process of seeking success. Fewer than 20% of all people make it to this level for sustained periods of time. So that's level 2. Level 3, the wantingness to fail. Having a wantingness to fail goes beyond mere tolerance or acceptance of failure as a part of life. Wantingness means developing the desire to fail with the inner faith in personal and financial. Let me go back. The wantingness means developing the desire to fail with the inner faith that personal and financial growth will follow. Fewer than 5% of people will ever make it to level 3. You know, that's kind of scary, guys, that a lot of people, well, it's not scary, but when you think about it, not a lot of people want to fail. And I can say there's been times that's still me. I've been there. I don't always wake up like, oh my God, I'm just going to talk to all these people and I don't care what their response is. Depending on who it is, sometimes I still care what their response is, but it's getting past that and don't care. You know that that's what it's going to take to get you to their next level, which I kind of believe I do know that. But anyways, that's level 3. Erica said she was a level 3. Level 4, failing bigger and faster. The people who ascend to level 4 are those who have come to the conclusion that failing is good, then failing faster is better. Not just failing faster, but if one is going to increase failure rate, do it big, going after those goals that are worth it. And what that kind of means is, let's just say you're going to go to a gym. Let's just say, and you're going to blitz the gym owner because you see they have some health and wellness products. That person, if they say no, it's a bigger no, because if they say yes, just think about how big they could grow their business. So it's like, you know, are you asking the person that's kind of shy and outgoing? Are you going for that big fish because you know they could really do a lot in this business? So that's kind of what it's talking about, failing bigger and faster. Level 5, which is the last level, failing exponentially. The final level for those individuals who understand massive success requires multiple effort. Level 5, people enlist others to fail with them, knowing if the individual failure means individual success, group failure means group success. So for me, I am at the point to where I want to be level 5 at the end of the day, because like he says, I know when the more we all fail, the more success we are going to have. And I want everybody to be to that point to where it's all working for all of us. So I see you guys, a lot of y'all are saying 3s. The wantingness to fail. And like he said, less than 5% of people get there. So if you're not really there yet, it's okay. You have time to grow. For the most part, though, I'm pretty sure most of y'all are on level 2 at least. You know that it's a part of the process. And you're working on becoming more comfortable to reach out to people. But 3 means, like you said, a willingness to fail. That means as soon as you're going through that drive-through at, I'm just throwing out Taco Bell. I don't know why that's in my mind. Taco Bell, you know you're about to blitz you're about to blitz the person right there because you want to fail, meaning you want to succeed. Hey, have you ever heard about It Works? Have you ever tried that crazy rap thing? Whatever it is, you know that's going to get you to the next level. That's a new contact for your list. So no matter what, you're not even really thinking about the end result. You're just going for it because you know if they say no, cool, but you never know. They might say yes and they might need this and they might be ready to go right now. So that's kind of the difference between 2 and 3. A 2 knows that they should talk to the person. A 3 is going to do it anyways and not care and just keep moving. So I think those 5 steps kind of put stuff into perspective, and it's nice to kind of look at and just kind of see where you are, because when you know where you are, you know what to work for. So just, you know, look at that again. Sorry. I might screenshot that and put it in the group as well and just get everybody to see where they think they're at. But chapter 16, he talks about one thing that I liked. He said, do something every day that scares you. No matter what that is, you know, because when you do that, you're expanding your comfort zone. And, you know, you want to be better. You want your business to go places that it's not at right now. Nobody has arrived. Nobody's in a comfortable place. So the only way to get to that next level or to experience a different lifestyle is to go for it. And he said, you know, you have to understand, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is acting in the face of fear, and it's being afraid of something and doing it anyways. So if you are afraid to blitz somebody, it's okay. Just do it, because that shows courage, because you typically are going to be fearful. You're going to be fearful for going live. You're going to be fearful for hosting a party. But after you do it, you know, you're going to feel so much better, and you're going to realize it probably wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be, because we hold ourselves back a lot just because we think something bad is going to happen. But so that's what I got from chapter 16. 17, learning to go for no. So the guy was saying, well, we talked about his willingness to hear no got me on the right track, but it was my wantingness to fail that catapulted me to the top. So that's the difference between level 2 and level 3. Let me see what else. Okay. this part, it says, it talks about rejection. And it says, while we have absolutely no control over the actions of others, we do have total and complete control of how we react. What if we decided to take each no that we receive and every rejection we encounter and turn it into something that empowers us? You guys can do that. Instead of avoiding rejection, what if we made a decision to seek rejection? This is what the book is talking about. This is how you start to go for no. And what you do here is, we're going to start a team challenge eventually. Like the other day, Tasha and Taj were talking about, let's go out and blitz 5 people. So that's the thing. Instead of us saying, let's blitz 5 people, the team challenge, we're not going to do this necessarily tomorrow, but the team challenge would be, let's see who can go out and get 5 no's the fastest. Because you might blitz people that are like, sure, I'm interested. Sure, I want that. Sure. Okay, great. But what about these no's? We're going for no now. So when you do that, it's setting up yourself to have to expose yourself to more people and talk to more people. So having no goals, like, dang, if I didn't get 5 people to tell me they didn't want to do this business or they didn't want these products today, I didn't do my job. Instead of being like, oh, I got 3 customers. Okay, but how many people told you no? You got 3 yeses, so you're on a high, but that means you need to keep going. So we have to start, putting out those no goals and letting that, empower us, even us as a team, like start having like incentives potentially. Who went out and blitzed 10 people today or got 10 no's, regardless of the yeses? How many people did you talk to that told you I wasn't interested in that? Like, we really have to change that mindset, because when we do, we'll all do more and our results will be massive. And that's it. Okay, that's the next chapter too. I'm looking at that. Rather than setting goals of numbers of yeses, set a goal for the number of no's that you collect. Yes. Okay. So that's the same what I just said. Having you guys just to because that's the thing. Typically, so in this chapter, what it showed, the person this guy received an award who got the most no's. And even though he got the most no's in the company, at the same time, he was the leading salesperson. He got the most money as well because he heard more no's than anybody. And that's what I've been sharing on these Zooms with these other teams. The only difference from a triple diamond or ambassador diamond or somebody that's new, typically they've heard no more times than the new person. That's the difference. You've talked to more people. You've reached out more. You've done more. You've heard more people tell you no than you have people tell you yes. We have a person coming on our page tomorrow night, and she made a video when she was doing her promotions, and she said 1 month she signed up like 100. I don't know. She might talk about it. She signed up like 100 loyal customers in a month. Everybody, who on here would be excited to sign up 100 loyal customers? I'm waiting for y'all to answer that. Like, who wants to sign up 100 people? Okay, Satidra raised her hand. Like, that's crazy. 100 LCs? That's yes. Who doesn't want to sign up 100 people? Okay, yes. Erica says she does too. Okay, she signed up 100 people. But here's the kicker, guys. For those 100 people that she signed up, the key was she talked to 1,200 people. That's the part that people we don't want to think about or have to do. So she talked to 1,200 people in 1 month. I don't know how she calculated all this, but whatever. She talked to 1,200. So she was willing to have 1,200 people tell her no. But instead of that, she said she got 800 no's. And the rest of them were like maybes or maybe next month or whatever. And the next month, though, she signed up about 100 people again. And 50% of those 100 people came from those people she talked to the month before that she followed up with. So that's the thing. You have to, if you want those type of results, that's the effort potentially. I'm going to say potentially just because everybody's going to have a different close percentage. But just know, she got 100 LCs. but she talked to 1,200. Maybe for you to get 100 LCs, you're going to have to talk to 500-600 people. And that's realistic. You know, if you set a goal, like I'm going to talk to 5 people this week, I mean, if you get 1 to sign, awesome. But I'm pretty sure you're not going to get all 5. Not right then and there that week. But just know that, so if you know, and like getting your percentage makes everything better, because I want y'all to start counting that. I want you to start seeing how many people you reached out to, and then what number was the person that signed up as a customer, and do it again. And so you can kind of get an idea. Okay, every time, I think they said Joel Dunn did this. He went out and talked to people to see how long it took them to sign up. I think he said he got a number, and I don't know if this was like LCs or DTs or what it was, but it's like the number turned out to be like 77. Every 77th person, he got a yes. So because he knew that, he just kept talking to people, and as he was going through the 1 through 75, it's like he didn't even care. He knew they weren't supposed to sign up, but he knew, 1 through 76, he knew they weren't going to sign up, but he knew when he got to 77, because of his percentage, that person was a yes. And so when we know our percentage, it helps us, because you know, if you sign up 1 in 10 people and you want to sign up 4 people a week, you're going to talk to 40 people, because you know you're typically signing up 1 every 10. And so you want to figure out your close rate. And typically in the beginning, your close rate is going to be bigger than what it is after a few months, after a few years, because you're going to learn how to talk better. Because in the beginning, because I have green in me, and I still do it now to this day, I say a little bit more than I probably should. I want to kind of explain stuff to people versus, you know, I might just get to the point one day like, okay, girl, I want you ready to try these hair, skin, and nails. It's $33. I can get you started today. Boom, that's it. I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to say this is amazing. I just be like, boom, that's it. But I typically want to give a little bit more. But, you know, you learn that in the beginning. Some people are sending paragraphs this long about a product or the opportunity. And like Tiffany Her was saying, people are checking out. They can't do all that. So you are going to mess up, and your percentage is going to get better. I can close more people, especially with opportunity. If I talk to them, if they hear my voice about this business opportunity, I have a pretty high sign rate. If I get you on the telephone and we talk about these goals and we do this and that, as far as commitments, I don't have one person since the last time I started doing that has said, no, I'm not interested. Usually when I do that, every person says, that's amazing. I want to do that. They might say I'm signing up tomorrow, and then tomorrow they go missing and I can't find them. But typically every person I have that conversation with on the phone is like, I want to do this. Okay, I'm ready. That's amazing, you know? So figure out your number. So then you're not stressing yourself out like, oh my God, nobody wants to buy this. But then you're going to be thinking, oh dang, I sign up 1 in every 20 persons. So I gotta go find 19 more people real quick. Hey, have you thought about this? Do you want to buy this? Are you interested? I seen you posting some goals. I have a product for you. Keep on going and going and going. Then we get the next 20 person. Oh, they signed up, because my number is every 1 in 20 people. That's typical. So you want to figure out your number so it's better for you, and you kind of expect like that makes sense. That's how many people it usually takes me to talk to before somebody signs up. So like I said, the person that gets the most no's is typically the person with the most sales. And like I can say, for instance, during those BOGO sales, the last one we had, or maybe one of them previously, one time Kenitha was like, she reached out to 100 people and finally got 1 yes on a BOGO. Finally, like, and people might say like, dang, Kenitha got somebody to buy it already. Yes, she did, but she messaged 100 people before she got a yes. So that's what goes on in the back sometimes, is y'all don't get to see. You might see us post when we got an LC, but you don't know how many people it really took to get that LC. So just remember that. Let me see. Like I said, yeah, learning to hear no over and over again and never quit. Now that builds character and self-esteem, and it's empowering. So yes, I want y'all to kind of get to that point. And okay, chapter 19, we're almost done. Chapter 19, he's talking about setting no goals. Let me see. I think I already kind of talked about that. He said, what does he say? Okay. So the guy's goal in this book is to get 4 sales a week. And the guy says, okay, how many calls do you usually make a week? And he says, I try to get myself in front of 20 prospects every week. So he normally signs, out of 20 people he speaks to, he signs up 4 people. Oh, and the man's like, okay, so instead of having a goal of getting 4 yeses, let's try to get a minimum of 16 no's. So that's like the opposite way that I told y'all. So that comes with you knowing your number, typically of how many people it takes for you to sign a person, and then being willing to talk to that many people and trying to get that many no's. So if you sign up one person out of every 10, the goal is to try to get at least 9 no's in a day. And that means you should have signed at least one person at least. So that's how that would work. So we have to start reprogramming our minds, for these no's. And so let me read this example. My friend Paul, who is in network marketing, for example, I'm gonna use it. Okay, his goal is to get 10 people per week to come to a meeting, and typically 5% of the people he approaches attend the meeting. Then his goal would to be to get 100. That means he would need to get 190 people to say no, thank you, and he would typically get his 10 people to come. So, like I said, it's just knowing that's going to happen, but going for it. And then he said, you might call it the get rejected and get rich plan. That's what it's about, guys. We just got to keep going for those no's and knowing that that's going to lead us to success. I'm trying to think. That's kind of what that talks about. And it's kind of like he was saying, conquering the day. Set your goals every day. How many people you're going to reach out to, or what your no goal is. And he said in this book, he doesn't even set goals for success. He teaches his team, okay, guys, we're going to go try to get 10 no's today. Or you look at your number and you just realize when you follow the process and you do what you're supposed to do, the results will come. But when we're not so caught up on that outcome, we don't start losing momentum and steam, because that's when we start to, switch it up like, dang, nothing's happening, because you're looking at that versus just chopping it away bit after bit. Like, okay, I'm supposed to be reaching out to this many people, so let me just keep going. So then that's what you're focused on doing. So that's something that we might need to kind of focus on a little bit more. Then he had a science of setting no goal. I'll take a screenshot of this page. And then on chapter 20, I'm trying to make sure. I think I read 21, but I stopped. Okay, let me see, double check. There's another benefit of setting no goal. You get built-in protection from prematurely ending a hot streak. Because, just think about it. Be honest. If y'all talk to 5 people today, and all 5 people sign up as loyal customers, how many people would just stop and be like, dang, I signed up 5 people today, I did great? How many people would just probably call it a day, be like, that was an amazing day? Because I know I can say for myself, there's been times that I've reached out in messages on Instagram or something, and I've DM'd people, and they were like, hey, and I talked to them about the opportunity, and they were like, sure, that sounds amazing, I'm going to sign up. That sounds amazing, I'm going to sign up. I got so many people that were like, that sounds great. I was like, dang, it's only 10 o'clock and I done got 5 yeses. This day has gone well. And I check out, I'm done. I done got 5 yeses already. And it's bam. And like he said, if you set no goals, you have a built-in protection from prematurely ending a hot streak. When salespeople hit a streak of yeses, the worst thing they can do is to back off and slack off. But that's exactly what they usually do. But when you're going for a no, you hit a hot streak of yeses, you keep going until you hit that no goal. And so it says you never want to lose your success momentum. And I think that's so important, because a lot of times We don't do that. We get 10, you know, maybe it has to be a bigger number. Even if it was 10 people that signed up as an LC with you in one day, um, you're like, dang, that was an amazing day. Woo, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. But you stopped yourself for no reason, especially if there's still time to spare. If y'all open up y'all's Facebook inbox and you had 10 people, what's your website? I'm signing up. I mean, like seriously, how many people would then be like, well, dang, I done got 10 LCs. It's not even 9 a.m. and probably just really like, well, I'm not even finna send out no more follow-ups today because I'm good. I done signed up more people in the day than I have all last month. Like, that's what we typically do. And he just really wants us to, we shouldn't end the momentum streak. Like, keep going, keep pushing, keep going hard, because it's easy to get complacent and feel like this was great versus keep going. Why are you stopping yourself in your greatness? But okay, so I'm looking, that's all the way up to chapter 20. So that's it for right now. And there's only 7 more chapters. Boop, boop. So what I think is we're gonna go ahead and I think on Sunday evening, sorry, there's 9 more chapters and an epilogue. So 10 chapters, whatever. We're gonna just finish the rest of the book from chapter 20 to the very end and go over it on Sunday. So basically, we have finished this whole entire book in 1 week, which is really good because I hope you guys are liking the book and kind of getting a better grasp on the concept. So it's giving y'all some motivation that, you know, that's probably to me the biggest fear in this company is the fear of rejection. We don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear it. I don't know too many people that do want to hear it. And it just kind of is helping us look at it in a different perspective. But other than that, what we've talked about today does anybody else have like any comments, something that you found out that you read in the book that you thought was really important or that stuck out to you all? Okay, possibly not. But okay. But yeah, so we're gonna finish out the book and talk about it on Sunday night at 8 o'clock before the corporate call comes on. But like I said, I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's like really giving you a different way to look at your business so we can get to success and know what it takes to succeed instead of, you know, having different expectations. Because I feel like as long as we know the expectation, we're going to work harder and we're not going to get down so quickly if we don't get the result that we want to get. So I'm excited to finish this book off. I'm trying to think now. I'm not even sure if I remember how it ends all the way. Well, not all the way, but yes, just one more session and we're done with this book. And then just so y'all know, the next book that we've been wanting to go over is Eric Worre's 7 Steps for, I want to make up the words of this book. Hold on, I'm looking to see if I have it down. How about that? 7 Steps of Tasha, what's the name of that book? 7 Steps of I don't know if it's network marketing exactly. I don't want to tell y'all no lie. Give me 1 second. Okay, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. Okay, that's the book. This is what it looks like. I don't know, this is popping up in iTunes. Hold on. I want y'all to see it so y'all know. Yes, okay. Tasha said they have the book at Barnes and Noble. This book though is almost like the network marketing. It's kind of like a Bible. I don't want to sound corny, but it is because he gives so many tips and tools of how to speak to people, how to follow up with people, that it's something, it helps you figure out how to talk to people on a consistent basis. It helps you know how to follow up and not sound pushy. And that's what we all want. I don't know if this is going to unblur itself, but this, if y'all can see that stinking glare, tap it. Maybe not. But it's this blue, hold on. Excuse me. It's that blue book. Excuse me. I can't really see it good. But that's what it looks like. It's blue, GoPro, that. And I think it's on Amazon as well. But this is, like I said, a Bible for network marketing. And it's so important because when you start to understand that this industry can be a industry of longevity, and it can actually be a way to make money in the long run, you kind of look at it differently and you talk to people differently about it, and it just is really, really, really helpful. And so me and Kenita talked, and we thought that would be a really good book to go over next, to kind of find ways to make sure we're being the best version of network marketers as we can be.